Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes Reacts. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Michael Strahan.
Don't know who that is.
Oh yeah.
See what I'm dealing with?
Maybe I'll Google him. We've had quite a few requests to do NFL's biggest hits ever. I almost said football's biggest hits, but American football.
You won't get many big hits in English football.
Well, you get tiny little taps and people roll around screaming.
Yeah.
But I know nothing about American football. I know the Super Bowl's the big thing, but I mean, it's completely beyond me. I've never watched it in my life.
I've been to quite a few games. Different places.
I've dabbled over the years. I've watched it on telly. I've never been to a match.
I've been to the Giants game.
Yeah.
I've actually been to a Houston Texans against the Tennessee Titans as well.
Nice. Is it good? I'm guessing the crowds are massive, aren't they?
Yeah,
So I'm guessing
it's huge. It's a full day out. It's an experience.
That's one thing I like about what I hear about American sports is, you know, you go to the football here, you've got to like cram onto a Met to get there or whatever. You're in and out in 2 hours, but it seems like a lot of American sports, they all get in the parking lot. They have cookouts and like barbecues and they make
tailgating.
Seems like they make a day of it rather than it being a couple of hours.
It's a family event as well.
Yeah.
Whereas football over here is it's not
as much. You don't see a lot of kids at games, do you?
No.
Like young kids.
Not the away
It's not
games.
as bad as it used to be, is it?
No.
But no. Yeah, not quite like the American football.
We are digressing a little bit though. Let's get straight into it. Biggest football American hits ever.
Oh wow!
Jesus.
Oh, not looking.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that.
Did he wear neck braces?
Yeah.
I was going to say that's the instant whiplash if you're not wearing a neck brace.
Do you know what though? Some of them, I mean, you see some of them, not so many here, but some of them keep hold of the ball. Take the ball, keep hold of it, and they've had the biggest hit, and then some of these they're knocking your teeth out.
You know, they talk about CTE and sort of brain injuries for boxers and fighters because they're getting repeated hits to the head. Is that a thing in American football?
Probably. I don't really know too much about it, the medical side of it, but it's I imagine it probably is. But they've got the helmets, haven't they? So
you can't take. You take 100 of them, I think I'm going to lose about half of my IQ at least.
I played rugby in America, and I remember when we first go down for a training session, and I was looking down the line waiting for the ball, and someone come in from the blind side and just took me out. Yeah, and I went, "What the fuck?" I mean, I was dizzy and everything. Like my teeth were, I was feeling my teeth to make sure they were still there. And I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm blocking you." And I went, "Mate, it's rugby, you can't do that."
No.
I mean, it was such a dangerous sport to play. As rugby, with people from football wanting to play rugby, that it was just like there's no crossover. You can't imagine the two sports. But I've played them both because I played football. And when I say I played it, I was the kicker. But the guy used to send me in with plays, and I used to go in and go. And the guy said, "What play do you want?" I just say, "Just fucking throw me the ball." I'll be open, trust me, just throw me the ball.
Is that the technical
and they were
name
just
for that
looking
one?
at me like that, and they were like,
"You must have sounded like a proper prima donna." I was
about half the size of everyone else as well.
Wow, they do look like big fellas.
Yeah.
I said so, I keep big bills up in my heart on the dirty like blood, so ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful, and I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full. I'm in it to win it, I'm all in. I might call you my cuz, young blood, but when
came up as well again.
Think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go broke for revenge. That's enough. Take the dough off the hinge, take the dough off your bins, pop for your friends, man. Please, this shit ain't cynical. Man, no subliminal. I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Hey, the mama claims she want a soldier. Not the type be in the tank, but in that rover.
That's a foul out, surely.
Face mask.
That can't be allowed.
Not allowed.
I think that's
It was a clothesline, wasn't it? That was a wrestling move.
Face mask.
AIDS full blown, I'm killing it. Like a blind man reading, I'm feeling it. Like,
See ya.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. been a fighter. You can go and ask his mother. I'm a lover and a fighter, producer and a writer. Give your girl a quick fix and give your man a nice shiner. You know y'all really want it. And I can tell just by looking at you that you the type to run and go and tell just by looking at you. You on a mission for recognition by dissing. Didn't have no
fucking hell.
That's got to be the mascot.
That's standing over someone when you've just done it. It's such an alpha move, and it's like boom,
it's
just
a big
stood
thing.
there like
It's a big thing in football, that. Like a lot of trash talking. It's
just made him your bitch completely.
When I first played, I mean, I'll tell you what, one thing you get as well is you get a lot of people who compare rugby to football, and I've played both, like I say. And I tell you what, football is a lot more brutal than rugby. And people say, but you've got all the pads and the helmets and that. I said, I know, but you try running at each other at full speed. Yeah. Rugby's not like that. You can't. Rugby, you're sliding down each other. There's no real, you're not really, I mean, unless you're playing at high level rugby, like international level, you're going in at full pay. Like, but if you play Sunday League rugby, it's fucking, you're rolling around together. It's grappling almost.
Yeah. A lot of them from the side as well, aren't they, in rugby?
Yeah, it's side, that's what I'm saying. It's full on, full head on.
Jesus.
I remember going down to one of the training sessions for the team I joined, and one of the guys asked me to come down to play as a kicker because he knew I played football, soccer. And he said, can you kick the ball? So he said, come down and play. So we were playing, and he said, I was quite fast when I was a kid. And he said, why don't you run and try as a wide receiver? Because you were the fastest on the team. So I said, yeah, okay. And as I'm running, one guy just stopped me and he went, mate, he said, you're looking the opposite way. He said, I could have killed you there. He said, I could have probably took you out. And he's luckily for me, he understood that I didn't really know the game that well. It was all new to me. So it's a brutal sport, mate.
Yeah.
Some of these tackles have been 2 or 3 people at the same time have hit someone. You can snap someone in half doing that.
And that's what they try, and the trash talking that goes on. I didn't quite get it. So, you go on and people are trash talking to me, and I'm just like, one guy's going down, he sent me in as like a linebacker or something with a play, and I have no idea what I was doing. So I'm talking to the umpire going, am I all right stood here? And he's like, yeah. And the guy's going, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to go right. I said, you go right through me, mate. I'm just moving out of the way. You're 3 times the size of me.
Can you imagine in like it's Sunday League football, soccer over here, like it's Sunday morning, everyone's been on the beer the night before, and some guy's next to you going, you're a fucking bitch, you're a fucking twat, like that. You're probably getting knocked out.
There'll be knives and shit. It happens now, yeah.
Trash talking is not an
That's
English
just your own
thing,
team over here when it happens. If you miss a shot. Yeah.
Looking at you on a mission for recognition by dissing. Didn't have no problem.
Size of him.
Absolutely massive.
So let me tell you the deal. I'm also serious. I'm dirty. I'm no longer for real. I'm like a hop, skip, and a jump. A clock grip on the pump. From leaving you in the trunk. Somewhere prepared to dump. But y'all don't really want it. So quit acting like you're deaf. I'm looking to my right. Trying to see who's left. So you better watch it before I stick to the plan and be the next artist to run up in your stand. Like, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, man. Y'all don't really want it. Don't really want it. Y'all don't really want it with me. I know you shook, man. You ain't built for a skirt as a nigga can be. It's gon' sound like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming for ya. It's gon' sound like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming, like when I come for ya. It's gon' sound like here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it now.
Wow. Mid-air, that one.
Jesus. Yeah. Is this why they've got so many players on the team? Because it's like he's dead today. So
the season. I mean, you look at a soccer season. What does it last? 50 games if you're taking all cup competitions and stuff like that. NFL's only like 13 games or something like that.
Is it really? Right.
Yeah, I mean, you got the weather to take into consideration as well, but it's the physicality on the body. tell you,
You can see it back.
brutal.
Wow, that can they literally just stop them any way they want? They can just smash into them.
No, these ways you got to do it. You can't.
I think a lot of them are going to be illegal hits.
No, not illegal.
Some
I've got illegal blocks like that. They're blocking. You're allowed to block as long as you come in at a certain.
Yeah,
I think that. But you can't grab him by his hair or anything like that and pull him down.
It looks like people have been shot. Some of them because they're bent in half. And
I don't know if you noticed, so some of them are knocked back about 3 or 4 yards as well. They're running towards you. And you imagine running at speed and someone knocking you back 3 or 4 yards.
These guys are quick, aren't they? So they're coming to a sudden halt, but then they're going back, aren't they?
These are the biggest athletes in the world.
Yeah.
Don't know, these are proper
big units, aren't they?
I mean, I remember going into a huddle and I remember stood there and every single one of them was over 6 foot. And I'm not 6 foot.
Yeah. Not far off.
I'm not far off 6 foot, but they just, every one of them towered over me. Yeah. And I love it when the quarterback gets levelled me. Because they're fucking gobby shits on the pitch. They proper give it the bigger.
That first hit of the video, not only did the guy that got a hit go back about 3 or 4 foot, but the guy that hit him was about 10 foot away because he slid across the floor that far.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying.
He must have been.
They're knocking him back. They're running in. That's why I always compare when people start talking and saying, "Oh, it's not as rough as rugby." I go, "Play them both, mate," and then tell me.
Yeah.
I've done them both, and I know exactly which is the most brutal, and it's not rugby.
Tough bastards.
They are
tough bastards,
mate, and that's what Michael Strahan was.
Right.
So now you know Michael Strahan. New York Giants.
Well, sorry, Michael Strahan, don't come for me.
He's a pundit now on TV for American football. When I watch it, I see him as a pundit on TV. Wow. People are going to correct me, no doubt, about some of the things. I don't know American football as good as some of the audience will know.
Yeah, you just dip your toe in it.
Yeah, but I loved it when I was there and I watched it all the time. Then nice. I was a Giants fan.
Giants.
Yeah, New York,
nice,
Big Blue.
New York Giants, yeah.
Yeah. And how that came about was when I moved to New Jersey, I said, which team plays in blue? Hence the city connection.
Yeah.
And someone went to New York Giants. I went, they play in blue. Went, yeah. I went, that'll do for me. That's my team.
That's your team.
And the only other option I had was New York Jets. But they both played in New Jersey.
Yeah. Is it as you have to support a team depending on where you're from in this country?
No, it doesn't work.
Is it not like that in America?
No, because when I lived in New York, it was a lot of Dallas Cowboy fans, and I couldn't quite understand it. But Dallas Cowboys were quite successful back in like the 80s, 70s, sort of thing. Jets were quite successful. I think Jets won the first Super Bowl. Can't remember. Someone will correct me. Green Bay or the Jets, someone like that. But wow. You know, it's I don't know as much as I like to know about it, or I used to know about it, I would say. But I'm sure people will correct me.
Did it have a big following for like away matches, or is it just all purely home fans? You know, like doing our
home fans.
Football.
We don't. Yeah, it's not the same because the travel over there is different.
Massive,
you know what I mean?
of course it is.
You could be going from Miami Dolphins, could be playing New York, and it's it's a 3-hour flight,
long
4-hour flight, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not like here where you play Liverpool and it's 26 miles down the road.
Yeah.
And you jump in a car and drive in half an hour.
Yeah.
You don't get that. So, but there's a big rivalry. You get a lot of rivalries, like local rivalries. So the New England Patriots, the New York Giants, and I think it's the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys had a massive rivalry. Don't know why. Maybe someone can explain what the rivalry was, but I remember there used to be that big rivalry. But I think Cowboys had a lot of rivalries.
Yeah,
because they were quite successful. I think they're still the most successful franchise in sport.
Was it Dan Marino when he was at his?
No, he was in Miami.
Oh, was he in Miami?
He was in Miami Dolphins.
I know who he is because of Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. No, that's the only reason I know who he is.
But I think the most successful quarterback, if I'm not mistaken, is probably Tom Brady now. Because he won, he's won like 6 or 7 now with the New England Patriots. He's moved now. He's just transferred somewhere else. I think he went to the team that United. Is it the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I think he's gone to. Let me know. I try and keep up, but I can't. Obviously, I've got too much going on with English football.
Yeah.
But anyway, I hope you like that as well, guys. Thanks for the request on that.
Yeah.
I think that was Senor Chips who asked for some things like that. So
cheers, Senor Chips.
Chips. And keep in touch. And
catch you on the next one.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.